So what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. Today we are checking out my buddy Seth's 1100 Sportster Chopper. This is a 1987.
1987, originally started as a swing arm 883. I had bought a frame and a motor, had the title and all that good stuff, and I actually went to Dead Parts and was looking just for some parts. I had started my Sportster project, had a few things, but didn't know what I was looking for. Went over the Dead Parts and he said, well, now what kind of bike you got? And I said, well, it's a Sportster. He said, I got something for you. And man, he went out to this trailer, opened the door, and this thing was sitting there, no motor, just this frame and 4 overs and like a little small peanut tank. He's like, that's what you need right there. He's like, that saves you all the hardtail and everything. And I was like, well, it was too good of a deal to pass up. And so I bought 2 bikes to make one, and we made this. It was 883 for a while, and rode fine, did just great, but wanted the 1100 to keep up with my buddies and stuff. So
cool. And we don't know where the hardtail came from, but this is a...
I mean, I've never, you see it on the market, and everybody's axle plate is, it comes to a point, and it's 2 rails, and then axle plate out back. The only thing we can figure is somebody custom made this thing. When the frame's stripped all the way down, you can see these frame rails right here, they come together at 2 little different points. I mean, the welds on it are fantastic, but it's just certain things that kind of point it more towards home built rather than built on a jig in somewhere or something like that. But that's, to me, that's the part that makes it cool. I would say, they say lead sleds is like 4-inch stretch, low brows like 2 or 3, and some other hardtails are like 2-inch. This is somewhere like 3.5. We park it next to other Sportsters that are hardtails. It's got that little bit more length to it.
Right, but the backbone, it looks different because of the way these frame rails go, and then your axle is in front of your frame loop there.
Right. Yeah, so if you look at this frame rail, if you were to see this, it goes straight down. There's no kick down, there's no nothing, so you kind of sit a little higher, but the bike is comfortable like that. Yeah, that backbone streaks, it goes straight with it. And I mean, honestly, you could see, I got this battery here. We made this battery tray, and I got it in there sideways. That's how much room we had. It almost looks like you could put a big twin drivetrain in here if you wanted to.
Yeah, and up front, you've got the 4-over spacers.
Yeah, cheaped out. Didn't want to rebuild a set of tubes, so got on eBay, found these, threw those in there. Well, I like them a lot.
Haven't had any issues out of them. I've heard of a lot of people say don't run them, but Seth's been riding the piss out of this thing, and no issues whatsoever.
All the way up in Virginia, all around up in there, back to North Carolina, put miles on it around here, and I mean, no issues at all. So if you're thinking you don't want to go too high, but you want a little something, to me, that's the way to go.
And he's got one of the new Prism headlights that they came out with not too long ago. Prism actually sent y'all this, right?
Yeah. Prism is our boys. We got Prism Pepcock on here, the Prism T-bars, and then when they come out with these lights, we're like, man, we got to have one of them. So, and that thing is bright, dude.
Yeah.
It is so freaking bright.
It looks cool too, and it's tiny.
It's tiny. It's got the chopper look. I really dig it. It's it's compact. It's not. I had a drag specialties light on there for a while, and it did okay. But man, that thing right there.
You've got your custom handlebar spacers.
Yeah. So Prism T-bars, like we said, I love them. But when I was riding, it just felt I was a little hunched over. So I played around, and I found these darn small block Chevy wrist pins. And actually what's holding them in there are small block Chevy motor mount bolts that kind of go all the way through. So I threw those on there, man, that made a world of difference. The bike feels pretty comfortable. I can feel like I can sling in the corner now without feeling like I'm gonna go over the edge.
And Seth is a painter also, among many other things, and he painted his tank, what, about 2 years ago now?
Yeah, 2 years ago. It's held up okay. Got a little wear and tear on it, but I tell everybody, I was like, that's the way I like choppers. That's the way I like my paint jobs. When somebody gets me to do a paint job, I'm like, look, man, put scratches on it, put dents on it. It's gonna look even better. So when it started flaking a little bit here and there, I was like, that's the look I'm going for. So
yeah. And the seat maybe from a Softail. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe it's got the little stowaway here. Pretty cool.
For activities.
For activities.
And his sissy bar is cool. It's actually a kind of a modular design. He's got another piece that he could put on top of there and extend it out for trips.
Yeah, I'll show y'all that. I had a sword and made some topper out of some print and press machines and stuff, but started with that flat stock, and we actually didn't heat this at all to bend it. We put it in vices and just turned it all around. We got a video on that on our swim shop channel where we showed how we made it, and it come out pretty good. And now, like you said, I can put an extra piece on top for bags and extra storage and all that good stuff.
And S&S knockoff carburetor, they've been using these carburetors for a while, and they're like, what, 40 bucks on Amazon, 50 bucks?
On Amazon. I bolted that thing right on there, and we ripped up the road. I'm still tuning on it a little bit. I hadn't even done a base tune yet, and if you're thinking about something like that, that's definitely the way to go.
And that's the Prism breather also.
Yeah, the Bristol breather. Let's see, there's a bunch of Prism stuff.
Got your Motoco fancy points.
I mean, it's chrome now.
Chrome.
And then, I mean, we can go right here to the engineer. Took years to research something like this.
Yeah.
Upon a set of 03 forwards, thinking, well, I'll just chop them up and make them work. That was the one piece that I didn't have. I had to modify, so it's still the stock peg coming off of the Sportster Derby cover. And they have a C-clip that actually holds all this mechanism on here. I didn't have that, but I did have $7 and went to Walmart and bought that purple lock.
Some drag racing.
Yeah, it's racing stuff.
Racing stuff right there. Then he's got a skateboard wheel chain tensioner there. Yeah. That's holding up great too. So
yeah. That's actually, everybody calls Sportsters girls bike, and that's actually a roller derby girls skate.
Yeah. I hope they keep calling them girls' bikes so they stay cheap. I've noticed in the prices of Sportsters creeping up there.
I know.
Big twin stuff getting cheaper. I wish they would stay girls' bikes so none of the guys want to buy them. They stay cheap for guys like me and Seth. And then he added some weaponry on the front of his frame there.
Yeah, so I was a big fan when I first started building the bike. I was like, man, I want it to be molded. I want to do all this crazy stuff. I fell in love with like molded work on bikes for some reason. And me and Ivan got down here. If y'all know anything about Ivan Yarber, he builds all types of weapons and stuff like that. So we built this little thing on the front, and I guess to mimic like big twin stuff when they molded that kind of thing. But we made these axe blades that are actual metal. And we carved that out and then did this. And this piece that goes up to the tombstone looking thing, this is actually rebar. So we welded all this rebar on there and then shaped it. And all this is actually sharp. So everybody says that, I guess it'll be a good kill if I squirrel or a rabbit.
Yeah.
It'll chop it right in half.
Yeah. Maybe it'll save you.
I know, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it'll save me, but I don't know. I like tough stuff like that.
Yeah.
Everybody does fiberglass and stuff, but it might do fiberglass for a reason because this thing's pretty sharp.
Yeah. And then the coil, what kind of coil is that?
I cannot remember. A friend of ours gave that to us. He's got a lot of older, like shovels, some big twin Evo stuff, and he handed us a box of parts because he knew I was building the bike, and we found that. And running crane ignition, so I needed single fire for all that stuff. So
it works great too. And then the oil tank is a custom design. They're running it on two of their bikes. It's a fire extinguisher, ain't it?
Fire extinguisher, yeah. It's one we had in the shop forever, and just pulled the top off, discharged it, all that good stuff. And as y'all can see, the length of the frame, I mean, I fit that thing in there pretty comfortably, and it holds a little bit more oil than the standard horseshoes or whatever. So I always think a little more oil never hurts, especially on an air-cooled motor.
Yeah. And Shinko's front and back.
Shinko's front and rear. I don't know what. I know that is a Sportster, another front wheel, because I asked for that wheel when I bought the frame. But this rear one, I had no idea.
Yeah, it looks like maybe an older hub.
Yeah, you can tell it's got it's not the star hub or whatever. It's still got the 5 bolts in it and all that for everything. And of course, prism tail light.
Yeah, and it's plenty bright too to be so small.
I know, man. I don't know, another Sportster on a budget, man. It's nothing really crazy. I mean, the most unique thing, like we said, is just this frame, man. I've never seen another frame like that.
Yeah, it is a cool frame.
If y'all have, let us know, because I mean,
yeah, we're thinking it might be a David Bird, but all of his stuff looked different too. So
yeah, he had a few different lines on his. I mean, other than that, man, she's just a Sportster. I'm ready to put some miles on it this year. Going up from Virginia, catching up with all our buddies and stuff like that.
Yeah, it should be a good year. But let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about this 1100 Sportster Chopper. This is one of my favorite bikes. I can't wait to show you guys my bike. That's what we're messing with a little bit today. Actually, we're supposed to be messing with it. And,
Yeah, I hear power.
Seth's dad's down there doing it while we're making this video. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. Hope you guys are doing good again. I'll see you later.